So guys, we're back on Open Line, and Lou, our substitute teacher, 26 years subbing at about 10 schools, and now she says she may just quit it and go work at Target. How do you react to that? Andy?
Yeah, I've done a lot of reporting on Tennessee education. Tennessee teachers make about 30% less than comparably educated professionals. So I don't know why. I'm married to a teacher. I don't know why you would keep doing this. Metro Nashville pays less than Memphis and Cincinnati than Louisville. If you went to Western Kentucky, where I went, there are a lot of places where you can make a lot more money, seriously, a lot more money teaching than Nashville. So I don't know why you would teach in Nashville. Will Pinkston asked me this question about 5 years ago, and I answered it on my blog. And the answer is, if you want to be a teacher who is valued for your work, teaching in Nashville is not the place to be. And Mayor Cooper's budget is nice. It does not get there.
Right.
Nashville teachers need a $10,000 to $20,000 raise to be where they should be. Amanda's the president of the union. Maybe I don't know. My wife teaches in Sumner County. We do okay for where we live in Sumner County. Nashville teachers need a minimum of a $10,000 raise. And if they don't get it, I don't know why you even keep doing the work.
Right. And as Amanda mentioned,
openings on the first day of school last year. 400 people were not in 400 classrooms, didn't have a full-time teacher on the first day of school.
Right.
Because Nashville has failed its kids, period.
Amanda, I'll let you comment on that in just a second, but I want to try to get a few more calls in here as we're running out of time. I'll go to Eric next. Eric, hi. Hey, Eric, go ahead. All right, let's try this. Kimberly up next. Hi, Kimberly.
Hi, I got a question.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, I've heard about kids going back to school and everything with the COVID going on, and the kids might wearing the mask and stuff. What about the 17-year-olds and the kids that got asthma that can't breathe through the mask?
Yeah, well.
How are they supposed to deal with that?
Right, and look, we've been talking about the moving parts all night. Tonight, there's so many different variables, and that's another. You have some kids and maybe staff members who have certain conditions, breathing conditions, where a mask just won't work. So that has to be considered, right, Amanda?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like I said, everything that we do must first and foremost be safe. And that means considering considering not only, basically healthy folks, but folks with who are medically fragile, people who have, all sorts of health conditions, and our students who do as well. And so it's how you balance all of that in a school is, as a classroom teacher, I don't know that I know the answer to how we would make that work. How do we ensure that, the teacher, Sherry, who called in earlier, who, is a little more advanced in age and then has a health condition, how do we balance her health with the kid who has asthma and can't breathe through the mask?
It's a lot.
There's a lot of questions there. But I think that, if we come up with solutions and then we continue to say, will this be safe? And if it doesn't work for everybody, then what are our plans for those students? What are our plans for those teachers?
I want to bring something up too. Both of you may have seen this. I think it's within the past month. South Korea, looking at how they responded. They were one of those countries like New Zealand that really just shut everything down early to try to contain the spread. And as it seemed to have worked, they flattened the curve, all of the terms that we know by now, and kids went back to school, masks on. I saw the video of the kids sitting in class, and within, I think, a week of them going back, they pulled them. because the cases started spiking again. So we could very well see that this fall, right? I mean, it's a possibility.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And I think when I say that we have to make sure it's safe, we must have a very clear mechanism in place that says, at what point do we shut down? At what point, when we have teachers who are hospitalized, when we have students or their family members who are hospitalized because of the spread, how many? At what point are we willing to say this risk is not worth it and we have to pull back? And so, this hasn't really been done before, so it's kind of hard to pull on some best practices because we don't quite know what they are. But we must always be cognizant that we are checking constantly for the safety of everybody involved. And if it's not working, then we gotta pull the plug and try something else.
All right, Pam is next on line 5. Hi, Pam. Welcome to Open Line. Pam, you there? No, Pam. All right, we'll try. I know Lucy's going to be there. She is. Did we lose Lucy on line 6? All right, let's go to Camilla on line 7. We're having fun with the phones tonight. Hey, Camilla, welcome.
Hi, Phil. Hi, Andy and Amanda. Thank you for having this. We need more of these conversations. First, I want to point out what a huge disconnect I see when I look at the plans from both the state and MNPS. Neither plan addresses the unique needs of our urban schools. For example, the first slide of the Tennessee Toolbox video features a vast array of name brand disinfectants, while many MNPS teachers report on public Facebook groups that their schools don't even have funding for soap. Other teachers were reporting that their soap dispensers were filled with water. I'm concerned that the State Department of Education hasn't really consulted with teachers. I don't see evidence in either of these plans that teachers have been asked what they think. How can we feel confident with a plan that doesn't appear to include the teacher's voice?
All right, we've got literally a minute. Thank you, and we'll let either of you jump in on that. We just have about 60 seconds before the next break.
Camilla, I would say you're exactly right. And I think that it is imperative that if we want plans that work, we have to have educators involved. We have doctors and scientists who know the science behind the disease, but we are the experts in how classrooms work, how schools work. And so if we don't have educators looking at those plans and saying, okay, look, I understand what you're trying to say about doing things this way, but this is the reality, and this is the reality of our schools, and this is the reality of the schools that this city and this state have funded. And so if there are not things there that people think that should be there, they need to take a hard look at how our schools are funded. And so we need our voices there. We need to make sure that we're funding the things that will keep our schools safe, and we'll make sure that we don't widen the inequities that already exist in so many of our schools.
Amanda, Kail, thank you so much. Andy, thank you. It flew by today. We could keep talking. There's a lot of concerns here, but I wish you both the best of luck. Fingers crossed for everyone to be safe this fall, and I'm sure we'll be talking with you on one of our programs in the near future. Thank you both. Appreciate it.
Thanks.
Thank you.
All right, we'll be back right after this.